Okay, so I saw this tweet. I thought it was a really interesting conversation to have. They said, which of these artists is the 2020s hit maker? And honestly, it comes down to two people, at least for me. It's between Billie Eilish and Olivia Rodrigo. I'm sorry, a lot of y'all do a little bit too much on Olivia. Like I said, the live singing is not it. But when we look at the studio discography, I'm sorry, she had hits. She had Driver's License, which was a smash hit, Deja Vu, which was underrated but still a hit nonetheless. Good for You was a hit as well. I mean, the entire Star album basically was a hit. Like, basically, all the songs have trended on TikTok. She knew how to be done. And then with Guts, she gave us Vampire, which I loved. I loved Bad Idea, right? Of course. Get Him Back. I'm sorry, that needs more as a single. And she needs to release more singles on the album. And then she just released Obsessed. And yeah, this is smash hit to me. I'm sorry. And, we had that song for the Hunger Games soundtrack. I'm sorry. Hit after hit after hit. I have to look at his discography. I have to give Olivia Rodrigo her tens. Because she don't really miss it often. She really doesn't. And she's gonna write something for the girl. She's gonna write something fun. She has an ear for music. I'm sorry, I have to give her tennis. And then Billie Eilish, I mean, Bad Guy was a hit. Do I like the song? Well, no. But I mean, it was a hit. A hit is a hit. And I loved When the Party's Over. I thought that was a great song, of course. I Love You was a great song off debuts. Off the Happier Than Ever album, we had the title track, Happier Than Ever. Lost Cause was low key underrated. I actually really did enjoy that song. My Power was a great song as well. You had the song for the Barbie soundtrack, What Was I Made For, which was a hit. You had her little EP, Don't Smile at Me, which to this day is her best work. I don't care. And with that, Copycat should have been a smash hit, but there was that song Ocean Eyes. So Billie had hits too. I'm not gonna blame her face. We also have to talk about Dua Lipa. Obviously, I think that might be top three, because Dua Lipa, again, debuted New Rules, which is a smash, and then Future Nostalgia, the entire album was basically a hit. Levitating, Don't Start Now was a great song as well. Physical was iconic for sure. And she also had a song for the Barbie soundtrack, Dance the Night. So Dua Lipa makes hits. This new era, I don't want to talk about it. But, she has some hits. And obviously, I love SZA. You guys know that I'm a big SZA fan. I think the reason I'm giving it to the other three is just because they have released multiple albums in it for the most part. Dua Lipa's new album is coming this year, basically. And SZA only has one album, and the SZA album has done well. I'm talking about album releasing in the 2020s. It's done well. She had Snooze, she had Kill Bill. Low was basically the hit that got away. Basically, a lot of people are like, why did she not release that as a single? And yeah, I mean, SZA has to be studied because the longevity that SOS has literally had in the charts and everything, and how well that she's done. SZA, incredible songwriter. I really love her, and she's one of my favorites. Doja Cat, she had some hits. She had some hits, whenever we're talking about Say So, that was 2019, but that was still a smash hit. Kiss Me More featuring SZA was a hit. I can't believe I forgot to mention that one. Woman was definitely something that was popular as well. All this new album, she had Paint the Town Red. That was a great song. Have to give her a 10. This new era was a chop, and as a person, it's a chop, but she definitely ate that. Attention was a bop as well. Vegas for the Ellis soundtrack, I believe that was a great song. So Doja Cat had hits. The Weeknd, yeah, I mean, that entire album that he had, Blinding Lights on, that was certainly a moment, even though I'm tired of that song and most of his hit songs. And yeah, the new album, I think he had like a hit or two. And then he has that popular song with Madonna that's a hit right now. So The Weeknd had hits. tatemcrae, I don't know why she's here. At best, she probably had 4 hits throughout her entire career. I'm thinking about people who had like 3 or 4 hits on one album. So that was a setup. And then avamax was a setup because the last hit song that she had was what? Kings and Queens. And that was like 2020. And that album basically sounded like a reject Lady Gaga album. How an album come out in 2020 and it sounded like it was recorded in 2011? Like, sometimes I make this post and they intentionally do setups. I swear on everything, because these people don't make sense. Like when I try to put Sia in that one post that I was talking about last week, talking about, oh, which pre-2000s artist is the most iconic. She wasn't even that popular before the 2000s, and she had to earn the 2010s. But I digress. But I want to know what you guys think. Which of these artists is going to be your number one? I think I might give it to Olivia Rodrigo. I really do. I could see the argument for Dua Lipa. I could see the argument for Billie. I could see the argument for most of these people besides tatemcrae and avamax, because those were setups. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I just think this is a really interesting conversation to have.